Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have a very special guest here with me. This is my sister, Misha.
Hi.
So today we decided that we are gonna do, it's great to see me do makeup on myself, but I wanted you to see me do makeup on someone else and address her concerns, and maybe those are some of your concerns, and we'll get it to you. So you know what to do. Hit subscribe, like, share, comment down below so my channel will grow, and let's get into it. So you may not be able to see me, but you'll definitely be able to hear my voice. I'm going to project a little bit more because there's more of us in the room. All right, so I know my sister's concerns are the areas under her eyes and concealing the dark circles. And I also know that she sometimes has trouble finding the match for her complexion, for her foundation. So we are going to address all of those issues in this video. So if these are your concerns, definitely stay tuned. Even if they're not, just watch anyway. All right, because you're gonna learn something. Cool, so I'm gonna start off with moisturizing her face. And because I'm a makeup artist, I always start off with my hand sanitizer. We don't need any diseases. No, no, no. Even if she is my sister.
It's Corona streets.
Still real in these Corona streets. So I'm gonna use just my spatula here, and I'm gonna make sure her skin is nice and hydrated. So this moisturizer that I'm using is the Seaweed Oil Control Gel Cream from the Body Shop.
It looks luxurious.
Yep. It's pretty affordable. It's like a gel texture, so it's very soft on the skin without being overwhelming, and it doesn't clog your pores. So as a makeup artist, you definitely want to make sure your customer or your client is comfortable. Even if she is your sister or your loved one, you definitely still want to make sure they have a really great experience with you. And so the next thing I'm gonna use, I told you I'm gonna be using some of these Revlon products because I really did like them. So this one is the primer, or the Prime Plus Brightening and Skin Tone Evening Primer. And I'm just gonna take a few dollops. Then we're gonna blend those in. So what you want to do is just make sure her skin is nice and hydrated, okay? And so next, you know I love NYX. This is NYX Bear With Me Primer, Set, and Refresh. So I'm just gonna spray her skin, and close your eyes for me. I'm just spraying her skin because I really want that plumpness, I want that freshness. So the next product, this is, you've seen this before, this is my NYX Conceal, Correct, and Contour Palette. I use this for all of my clients because, well, all of my deeper skin tone clients, because this is the deep one and then there is a light one. But I use this one for my clients because I know I'll be able to work with this for every single client, no matter what their complexion. So I'm just scraping a little bit out. We're gonna be hygienic, amen. And I'm gonna put some here on my palette that's already clean. And with a clean brush, and this is one of my concealer brushes. And if it's a little tough, you know what I always like to do, just spray it and it'll get it moving again, okay? So what I wanna do is just go ahead, pick some of that product up. It doesn't have to be a lot. And I'm only gonna use one side of this brush because I wanna recycle and use the other side for something else. So I'm just gonna put your head right down here, yep. Look straight up, there you go. And I'm using the orange because her under eye circles are more of a blue tone. So I wanna cancel that out by adding the orange under her eyes. And I'm gently, extremely gently applying this product because I don't wanna cause more issues. It's the very delicate part of the skin, the under eye area. So I wanna be as gentle as possible because I don't wanna make more damage, nor more harm than good. And then of course, you can close for me. You wanna go over the eye because you want it all to look like one eye. So if your client has dark circles on the bottom of their eye, like under the under eye area, more than likely the lid is going to be discolored. So you want to color that for your client as well. And so, like most women with deeper skin tones, all around our mouths are pretty uneven. So I definitely want to make sure the same correcting that I did around her eyes, I do that around her mouth.
I also have a mustache that needs to be waxed. Post-Corona Chronicles.
So we're gonna cover that up. So this is my sister's birthmark, and she doesn't like that to be covered. So I'm not gonna cover that. It's not a blemish, it's her birthmark. So I'm gonna keep that. If you are a makeup artist and your customers have blemishes that they like, listen to your client and leave the blemish where it is. Don't waste your time trying to cover it up or convincing them to cover it up, because your client is gonna lose trust in you. So I went and did a thing. You're gonna see a whole tutorial on this, but Believe Beauties is a makeup brand for Dollar General. We're actually gonna use this right now, and I'm gonna use it to set her face. So everywhere that I have that orange, I'm gonna put this on top just to help cover that up, because when we put the foundation on, I don't want this orange to show up through her foundation. And I'm using a latex sponge.
I'm allergic to latex. Kidding.
Jerk. I know you're not. Now, make sure your client is not allergic to latex before you do this. Definitely have that conversation before you touch her face with latex, because it could be a problem. Hopefully that has never happened to me, and I think working in retail environments and like just learning how to ask questions and learning that people can actually be allergic to certain things definitely helped me to realize, wait a minute, you need to ask before you do, because 9 times out of 10, and learning from the retail environment, 9 times out of 10, people won't tell you. And then they'll have a reaction and then come back and be like, oh, I broke out because of this, that, and the third. And then it's like, okay, well, let's walk through the ingredients. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm allergic to nuts. It's like, all right. Thanks for telling me. So definitely have that communication with your client, because it's essential.
So my shopping list has grown larger.
Way larger. I have that effect on people. All right, so before I do anything else, I want to make sure that I get her brows done. This is the sister I was telling you about that has like really great brows, and we don't have to do much. So all I'm doing is brushing her brows in the right direction. And I don't want to use a pencil, because for her brows, the pencil might be a little too harsh. I never like filling her brows in all the way. I like the way her brows are shaped. I like the way they look already. All I want to do is enhance what she has. So I'm going to use my Damone Roberts brow powder, and this is the Minx Duo. I'm going to use this lighter brown color. It has a bit of red, just a touch of red. And I'm going to go in starting with this part of her brow and just go in and kind of fill that in. Remember, short strokes. Keep it real short so it looks more natural. And then work your way to the front. Your lighter color is going to stay to the front. Your darker color is going to go to the end, okay? So you want to definitely give that ombre effect.
I usually take like eyeshadow, folks, and just smear it. It's like brown eyeshadow with a little hint of red in it. And I just smear it and go.
And I never see when that happens. So she knows not to show me. And then once your brows are on, you definitely want to go back in and brush your brows, because you want the product to sit within the brow. You don't want the product to be sitting on top of the brow. We're going to cover up if your brows haven't been done. And so I'm going to go back to my Conceal and Correct palette from NYX. And I'm taking this color here, which is like the closest to her complexion. And again, I'm going to put it right here in my palette. And I said I was gonna recycle my brush. I'm definitely recycling now. And I'm just gonna take that brush into my product and then line her brows so that way I'm sculpting them. You notice I didn't start right at the front because that wouldn't be natural. Her arch is naturally at the end. The most hair is here at the end as well. So that's what I'm trying to cover. Noticed that her brows are done, but I did not go on the top with any concealer because we don't like halo brows. Okay, all right. So let's move on to foundation. And this is the sister I was telling you about that would look better in the foundation. And this is the Candid Glow by Revlon. It's just the right amount of pink for her undertone. I also used the Il Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation in color 225, just to give us a little sculpting around the face. And because her face is so round, if you are like her and you have a round face as well, take the fat of your hand and find your cheekbone. We all have them. And once you find that cheekbone, press up against it. That's exactly where your contour should go. So I'll show you a little bit more with her contour at her angle and just go right in where her contour should be. And you notice that I am not making it like a crazy color. It's not too dark. It's just the right color. And it's not like overwhelming on her face. It's gonna look natural. And make sure you get by the ear. And then most importantly, blend. I don't want to see you looking like a gallon of Neapolitan ice cream. It shouldn't be contour, pink blush, and then highlight. We don't want chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. We want it all to be cohesive and gorgeous. Go ahead and contour her nose just to give her a full snatch. And we're just gonna go right down from the brow and just turn it up in just a little bit and then come right down her nose. You see that? Now that flick of the wrist might be hard on this side, but we did it. Look at the flick of the wrist.
But you did it.
But you did it. Okay. And with her nose, like unlike mine, I don't like coming all the way down my nose, but with hers, I can come all the way down and shape her nose. Isn't that beautiful?
Snatched.
Snatched. All right, so with your concealer, I'm going back to my Conceal Correct Contour palette from NYX. And I'm gonna choose this color here. She's all corrected already, so all I'm gonna do is conceal it.
Now let's talk about fine lines, because
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a woman of a
certain age. So if you have fine lines, looking straight up to straighten out the skin is definitely a plus. Another thing is you don't want to cake a whole bunch of product underneath. So when I applied her foundation, I did not put any foundation underneath her eye because I already corrected. So I didn't want to put any more product under there. The next product I'm going to put is to set her powder, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. It's not going to go directly under the eye. So you want to keep it straight, keep it flat. Also, using the right products help. So using the right concealer, this is more of a cream concealer, and it's more of a dupe of Studio Fix. So Studio Fix is like a plaster. So if you use Studio Fix, you know what I mean. It's going to stay on your skin. It's not going anywhere. And the idea of Studio Fix is so that it does not crack. So use something a little creamier. It doesn't have to be heavy, just creamy. It's gonna provide hydration under the eye, and it's gonna stay in place for a longer period of time. If you use like a thin liquid, like let's say she didn't have any blemishes at all and she wasn't concerned about dark circles under the eye, if I use a liquid, that would be even better. But because she does have blemishes that she's concerned with, I want to make sure that I address the concerns, but then I still give her the proper coverage that she desires. So you know I love my Fenty setting powder, so we're gonna do that. This one is in the shade Honey. If I could go with another color, I would probably go with Cashew for her. But Honey is gonna do the trick for us on today. And as you see, I'm not going right under that eye, and I'm not going to bake either.
Right.
Baking is of the devil. No, I'm kidding. Baking is not what we want to do, especially if you have lines and wrinkles, because all that powder is going to do is suck up all of that moisture and make it dry and cakey under your eye.
Yep.
So we want to avoid all of that, and we want to stay like this blessed beatness. I can't.
Yeah, let me tell you about this Fenty powder right now.
Are you happy with the way you look so far? Your base is good? So this is why this is my favorite part of doing makeup, because we got the base right. As long as your customer is happy with this, you're good to go. If this isn't right, for me, in my personal professional opinion, if that's not right, nothing is right. So
makeup.
yeah, yep, like get that base together. That's gonna be your bread and butter if you can really do a good base. All right, guys, so next we're gonna go into the eye color. As you can see, I'm gonna use this beautiful palette here. I was watching NYX's live last night, which was probably the worst thing I could do. And they were showing this palette and I was like, yeah, I'm doing my sister's makeup. She's gonna get this. So we're gonna do that palette, and I'm gonna start with my jumbo eye pencil from NYX. We're using a lot of NYX because I love NYX. NYX is life. So we're gonna use this NYX jumbo pencil. This one is in Milk. You want this to use as your base for any bright, super bright colors, because this is gonna help the colors stand out on you. So I just put some on my palette here, and I'm taking like a dense eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna take that and put that all over her lid. What I like about this Milk is even though it's a pencil, it's still super creamy. So it performs like a primer. Now she also has on contacts, so you want to be careful in putting makeup on the eyes with the contacts. Just be very, very careful.
Because I gotta see.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta pay to see. That's what my daughter always told me. Mommy, you gotta pay to see.
That's deep.
Let that marinate.
Let that marinate. I'm actually gonna start off with this purple down here. So I'm pretty much gonna mix these two colors. I love mixing colors. It's just gonna be great. So I'm gonna mix that on the bottom lash line. So look up. I'm just gonna bring that all down here. And I'm slowly and lightly, ever so lightly, just putting that right on top of that white that we put down. And that's the white is gonna help the purple stand out, but it's also gonna help the purple stay longer until she washes her face tonight. Do the same.
My sister has painted faces and for different women, and I've heard stories where some women don't even wash their face because they feel like Cinderella afterward. After their face is done, they don't want to turn into a pumpkin, you know.
Which is so crazy. I'm like,
wash your face, sweetie.
We can do it again. Wash your face. And I'm gonna go into this orange color right here. And I might just mix it up with this, a little bit of this red.
Is this a red or orange?
It's red and orange mixed together.
This is dope.
Isn't it pretty? What I like about this palette, no matter what colors you put together, they're gonna blend seamlessly right in together. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna blend, but they all work together.
I mean, that's your name. You should blend Holland.
Right. So now I'm gonna go into this super hot pink color right here. And I'm gonna apply that all over the lid into that red orange color that we made up. And I'm just packing this color on. I'm not doing much as far as blending is concerned. All I'm doing is packing.
Yeah, and it's like blending.
Yeah. Crazy. And so, with this summery look, I want to go into her inner corner with this seafoam teal kind of color. And right next to it, there is a shimmer version of that. So I'm going to mix those two together just to give us a nice dimension in our inner corner. I'm just going to go right in.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. So I'm going to take a little blending brush. This one is... I don't know. I think it's my YSL brush. I'm going to take that and just blend. So now the colors are going to like just go seamlessly together. So you don't see where it begins or where it ends. And now that that blue is going into that pink, it looks purple. This blue is going into the purple. It looks even more purple. It's just a circus of colors. All right, so I'm going to do some liquid liner. I'm just gonna follow along her lash line and I'm stamping the color. And my client wants a wing, so I'm gonna take a very deep breath and give her a wing. And my client has a wing. Now,
a wing.
Let's take another deep breath because now we have to do the other side. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's calm down. Right. So the camera is like being a jerk and my battery is gonna die. So we added some glitter. We added a nude pinky iridescent lip and then beautiful cheese spice with the Scott Barnes palette. And that's your look. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Awesome. So she's probably not going to do this at home. However, this video is about matching your concealer properly or your foundation properly and then concealing under the eye so that way you get a proper match. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming and getting your face done and being my guinea pig.
Thank you.
It was so much fun. I hope you learned something today. So you know what to do. Subscribe, like, give me some thumbs, comment down below so my channel will grow, and also get the book
and share.
I'm the author of Beauty Basics 101, The Beginner's Guide to Skincare and Makeup, and I also like to be your beauty advisor. So why don't you head over to Beauty Tap, create your own profile, and then follow me. Once we're connected, then I can give you some recommendations to get you into the best skincare of your life. Thank you so much for watching, beauties. Bye.